Hello, I'm Sunil Prabhakaran and welcome to another episode of Extreme Creative. Today I want to talk about creating menus. Yes, the menus which you are going to create in most of your web applications or any kind of mobile application, or which are ideally I'm going to talk about creating the web applications. Most of the times we make sure that the menu is not too long, right? We have to, and probably we might have get back to the clients many times asking for this. The menu is pretty big. We need to accommodate, we cannot accommodate all these together in the menu structure. So here I'm going to talk about, there are scenarios or there might be projects which you might have worked on. I have worked on many similar kind of projects, where you have to accommodate long, very very long menus, okay, like 10, 50, those kind of big menu structures which you cannot avoid. It has to be done, or so in those scenarios, like, how can you accommodate, what on what criteria, on what basis you should do this. And here we always refer to the Hicks law. The Hicks law says that when the list is so big or the too much, it is very difficult, or the selecting a particular item from that big list, it's very difficult. Obviously we all know that that's the truth. So when you're considering creating the longer menus, the menu which has a longer list, there are basically two things which you have to consider. Always consider this. The number one thing is the menu has to be in an order, and the number 2 point is the user has to be familiar with that order. Okay, so let me give an example. Let's say the ideal example is like the list of states, maybe like the list of US states or in any country states. Like, so when you're giving that list, the users are always familiar, and he knows, okay, for example, if it is the US states, let's say if it is California, he knows, where exactly the California will be in that list. So when you're showing the entire list, he have an idea, okay, it will be there, right? So even though the menu structure is big, it's really big, the user has a familiarity with that list already in his mind. There's a mental model already inside his head where he can definitely go and click on it. So when you create the larger menus, always make sure to follow these two principles. These two things you have to take care. The number one thing is it has to be an order, and that order has to be familiar. So it has to give, like, one way or other way, some kind of familiarity for the users. This will really help for the user to find out what exactly he needs from a larger menu. And this is how exactly the larger menus has to be designed. I hope you get an idea about, like, how this has to be done, how the larger menus has to be created. Thank you very much. We'll see you in another episode. If you have any doubts, any questions, put on the comment. I will reply to that. Thank you very much.